You booktube. This is my challenge to me to see can I do 3 things at one time. Hi, my name is Maria and welcome to my channel MH Books. Today I'm going to attempt to do a tag, a Friday reads and an announcement of a TBR all quickly within 15 minutes. Let's start with the TBR announcement. So, Faulkner in August is about to start. I was invited into the group by Ellen at Big Hard Books and Classics. Hope I got that channel name right. They are reading Sanctuary. The Voxa group is very friendly, very fun. It's been going on for a few weeks already, not the actual reading, but the actual chats about it. And they Alan has developed a tag about this, so I will be reading this as part of my August TBR, and he's developed a tag around this to help announce it, and I've seen it being developed on Vox. It was great fun and people going back and forth. I have not read any Faulkner, by the way, so this will be my first attempt at reading it, but they're a lovely group of people. I am going to use this to do my Friday reads, sort of, okay? I have this many books, can't really lift them, they're too heavy, and so I'm going to use it as a way of just quickly going through. There will be wrap-ups this month, because this month is a very important month. The number of books I read is the number of books I can buy in August. So yeah, myself and Alan and Big Hard Books and Classics, we're reading We Are Not Ourselves while on this Voxa group, and this book will be reviewed with Maggie O'Farrell's Instructions for a Heatwave, because they're both about Irish immigrants. These ones are in New York and these ones are in London, and families who have very particular family problems. So they will be reviewed together in the future. I'm going to get on with the tag questions because I feel like I'm under a lot of pressure now. Put myself under lots of pressure. So I can't pronounce this. This is Yoknapatawpha County. Okay, however it's pronounced. It's an imaginary county in Faulkner books, I've been told. So that's the prompt number 3, by the way, lads. I'm not doing this out of order. I'm doing this in order this time. It's very important to get my order right, or you'll get very confused. So what county do you live in, and what does its name mean? So in Ireland we do have counties, and I live in Dublin City, but also Dublin County. It's like New York. So good they named it twice, but they don't do that in Dublin. You don't say Dublin. Dublin is from Dove Lynn, with Dove is the Irish for black and Lynn is the Irish for pool. So our name, it actually means black pool. Okay, 1. Benjy in The Sound and the Fury. This is Friday reads. I have tried this much of Sound and the Fury. Actually, I got about 40 pages in, started again, going back. The first character is a bit of more of a challenge than the rest, I believe. But anyway, Benjy from The Sound and the Fury is the ultimate unreliable narrator. Name another your favorite unreliable narrator. Put myself under way too much pressure for this. So, unreliable narrators, but this time I'm going to select from my Friday Reads book. So this is 3 weeks worth of books. So, and we are going to use our main protagonist in Bunny. She is doing a master's, MFA in English in a very posh school. The girls there are very sweet and rich and call each other Bunny, and she's more of a goth girl, or is she? There's witchy kind of folk horror vibes in this book. Possible mental illness. Thus the unreliable narrator. It is an interesting horror. I will be reviewing this one together with Florence and Giles, and The Reapers Are Angels by Alden Bell, which is excellent. Sound and the Furies has been done. So number 4, As I Lay Dying, which I've never read. I don't have all the Faulkner books, by the way. Just I had some, so I put them in. Tell us about a book that draws upon death or bereavement. The book that has quite a lot of this in, which I was surprised by, is Snowflake by Louise Nelson. This is going to be one of my favourite books of the year. I absolutely adored it. It has been compared to Normal People. It is nothing like Normal People. Parts of it occur in Trinity College in Dublin, which is the only thing they really have in common. Snowflake is an 18-year-old woman, or very young woman, who has an interesting family. Her family is described by one of the characters as effed up and beautiful. And that's what they're like. She has a very eccentric mother, Maeve, and uncle who lives in a caravan beside them on their dairy farm. And she goes to this posh, because Trinity College is posh, if you don't know, it's the equivalent of Cambridge or Oxford in the UK and Harvard and things in US. It is a posh university. I went there as well. You know it's very posh when they're some of the students are very well dressed, and she meets and makes friends with them, and it's about not fitting in, but it's actually more about her family. And there is a death in this book, so be warned. So that's all to come up. It's a quick Friday read, so just these will be wrapped up. So just because these questions are in a very specific number order, I have to make sure I get my numbers right, okay? I can't skip a question like I often do and then go back. Light in August is question number 6. So, name a book that made you furious or describes the intensity of emotion. This one is Heaven by Miko Kawakami. This book is about the male protagonist who is 14. He makes friends with another girl who is also 14 in his class, and it's about bullying, and it's about extreme bullying. Probably is the worst you can get. I think there's a quote on this: deeply unsettling tale of adolescent violence is, and that quote was from Vogue. It's a Vogue magazine. Yeah, that's a perfect description of it. So yeah, all bullying will always make you furious. So that's the one from my Friday reads that I'm picking out for that. Okay, so I have done question number 6. I'm now on question 4A. Absalom. It is Absalom, isn't it? I always thought the name was Absalom. Where is it? I have a picture of it. I'm so prepared. Yeah, it's Absalom as far as I knew. Okay, so Absalom. There's only Absalom in the question so Absalom was the son of David, who rebelled against his father. Name a rebellion or biblical character story. So we're restricted to our Friday reads, but we do have a really good rebellion in this. We have a wonderful rebellion of one of the daughters in this book. Maggie O'Farrell's Instruction for a Heatwave is set in the summer of 1976. It's the Reardon family. The dad just goes out, I think it's from milk or something. The mama's making brown bread, I know that. And he just walks out, on a normal errand and doesn't come back. And the 3 children are growing up. But the youngest child, she's a real rebel in this. So they're an Irish Catholic family living in London. So the children were raised there. It's 1976. Yeah, the youngest girl is quite happily talking about sleeping with men and all the rest of it, so that would be very scandalous and very rebellious. She has a very good reason too for some of her rebellion as well. They're a mad family. Love this book as well. Had some very good reading over the last 3 weeks. So number 5 is, what is your favourite Faulkner novel and why? I've only read a few, well, I've only read The Sound of the Fury 20 pages set twice. I'm thinking about 40 pages once as I try to work it out. So we shall see. It's going to be interesting. An extra credit is question number 7. What was Faulkner's nanny's name and why is it this significant? I don't know. So if any of you know, good on yous. I hope you enjoyed this really quick thing. I think I managed to go through everything except for Florence and Giles. Oh, and the other black girl. Actually, Florence and Giles, let's put it in. It was the unreliable narrator question. Florence and Giles is Turn of the Screw rewritten. So it includes an awful lot of the elements that are in the original Henry James story, and a few additional extras. So John Harding has written this from the point of view of Florence. Now, Florence is the child. Florence and Giles is the child, and this nanny comes in, and there's a ghost story. If you're not familiar with the central premise of Turn of the Screw. Florence, like the nanny in Henry James' original story, is very, very unreliable. So this is also a very good example of an unreliable narrator. I think you're just going to get that in first person stories. The other story that was this was also in first person perspective, but I wouldn't say that was that much, she was that unreliable, but you quite often get that in these. So these other two obviously first person as well. So I'm wrapping up again. I hope whatever you're reading that you're enjoying it, and I hope you all have lovely weekends, and happy Friday. Bye.